What's up, everybody? This is Jason, zombie collector extraordinaire. Jason paying for the ladies. That's including you, Bob Lewis. But I'm doing a response video. I haven't done a lot recently, but a few of them for the guys I really enjoy watching. Have been putting some stuff out there, and just throw some support their way. Me being the big YouTube superstar that I am, feel like it was like giving to the people. Just giving a little bit to the fans. And this is for Mike Y. Not to be confused with Mike O. Mike O wishes he was as cool as Mike Y. If that, don't cross the streams. And Mike Y hit 200 subscribers. Actually, as of today, Monday, June 8th, 2020, the year of our Lord, he is at 214 subscribers. So congratulations, dude. That's a huge milestone. I mean, honestly, me sitting at, three digits myself, I can kind of understand where you're coming from when you get there. So congratulations, you deserve it. I love your channel. You're just always one of those guys who just keeps it real. You're not overtly excitable about any real topics, which I think for me, who is a very opinionated jagoff, a lot of times I need that calm presence that you bring. I gotta say, guys, Mike Y, not only is he a cool dude, he has cool stuff on his channel. He's a little bit of everybody. He's like football, he's basketball, he's baseball. I think he even throws a little hockey in there. He does live shaving demonstrations. I've said this to him before. I'm always waiting for him to cut himself shaving and bleed out on camera because he's using real blades, which is a part of his giveaway. He's giving away some shaving equipment and real blades. So it's going to be like 1997 all over again with emo and just slicing and dicing right now, dude. But that's a part of his giveaway, which is fantastic considering he's very uniquely in his own world when it comes to that. You're not going to go to any other YouTube channel, sports car related, where you have a guy talking about sports and shaving on camera where he could possibly cut a artery and bleed out. Like, it's never going to happen. So just for the pure fascination option, that'd be Mike Y. So his question is, which I feel like it's very poignant right now, is what sport are you most excited about now that sports are kind of getting back together and up and running since the whole hashtag Rona fiasco started back in March? And everybody's going to get a preview because I'm going to do a Jason Handy video about this here shortly, I believe. But I'm going to kind of like I said, let the cat out of the bag. So I don't watch football anymore, and I was a huge football fan, but I don't watch football anymore because I don't want to deal with the nonsense political statements. I'm just over it. Like I'm done and over it. The whole kneeling thing, I'm just done with it. I don't care what people say. It's everybody's right or whatnot. And that's fine. You can believe what you want to believe. That's fine. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I make a conscious effort to hashtag walk away from that nonsense. So if you want to come and challenge me on that, it's fine. But at the end of the day, it's your opinion and my opinion, and neither one is more valid than the other. It's opinions, and we all have opinions. So there's that. Well, basketball has become more and more woke as well, and now they're heading that direction where I even saw today they're threatening not to have a basketball season because of social justice issues not being dealt with. And I'm like, when did sports become everything to do with about social justice? If you really feel that strongly about it, then spend every one of your pennies that you make and give it towards an organization instead of complaining about it and boo-hooing about it and putting hashtags on your social media stuff and all that nonsense. Then actually do something about it instead of doing it. And when I say do something about it, going and sitting on and standing on or kneeling or putting fists in the air or walking out or not walking in or whatever you're doing to make it a statement is ridiculous. Because at the end of the day, if the fans actually had backbones and really did walk away, I guarantee you all these athletes would stop doing it because their paychecks would dry up. It's easy when you're a multimillionaire to all of a sudden get real super woke and try to educate the masses about how woke you are and how you are one of these other things that are not woke. And I get tired of it. I don't want to come to a sporting event to be lectured. If I want to be lectured, I'll turn on YouTube, the news, radio, whatever, not when I go to a sporting event. So basketball is out. So that gets me to what I was excited about watching. But we got baseball, right? So now what's up with baseball? Baseball, they don't want to come back because they're not going to get paid the money they think they deserve. The last thing I saw was, I think, 75 games at 25% 25% pay that they're going to get, or a deduction in pay. And it's not even about Rona. Now it's purely about money. It's billionaires and millionaires squabbling over money. And if they even have a season, because all of a sudden MLB is one of those few major sports that have kind of stayed out of the whole woke agendas. I don't even want to say the certain words because I don't want this video to get flagged or anything. So I'm trying to be ambiguous because everybody knows I don't have a problem saying things. I just don't want to get this video flagged because I want to be in this contest and support MikeY. So I'm trying to be somewhat classy, if they weren't classy about it. But now MLB, MLB is doing their variations and versions of woke, and you got Joey Votto saying that he's privileged and he's woke now, and you got people like Kevin Euclid like getting involved in Cincinnati. Apparently, Cincinnati College or something has a Marge Schott stadium, and they're like, her name should be removed off of the stadium and all. Like, everybody just wants to pretend nothing ever happened and just remove everything from everywhere and like recreate history, recreate a new world that's not real. Because apparently statues and whatever offends people now. Everybody's offended about something. It's like, what's the magic word to get what you want? Offended. So now you have that. So now you have people. So, Cincinnati, they got their hashtags going a couple days ago. I'm done with it. I'm done with baseball. That's how you're going to be. I'm going to be done. So between the whole woke MLB, all of a sudden, and you have everybody coming out of the woodwork talking about how Boston's the most racist ballpark to play in and all that. People talking about Torrey Hunter was like, I had a clause in my contract that I would never play at Boston and all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's just like, it's ridiculous. And there's all these accusations being filed. I'm like, where was all this years ago when Torrey Hunter was playing? I like Torrey Hunter. And I'm not trying to discredit what he was saying. But I'm just like, here's the thing. If it's that bad and it was that traumatizing to you, where were you at a decade ago, 20 years ago, whatever it was? Where was this at? Why all of a sudden now, with the heat of everything going on, now you want to bring it up? Like, where was this at before? I mean, you're like a well-loved and well-respected player. And yeah, you might have had some people, I read the article, he said there was kids and women and men. They're all just like, it made it sound like he was going there. It was like the 1920s or something. I mean, like, seriously, it was unbelievable. I mean, I'm interested to hear the last, 20, 30 years of every other person of color had that experience in Boston. Because they've had lots and lots of players who are not lily white playing for Boston. But that's what I'm saying. It's like this pile-on thing, and the MLB has to get super woke. So with all that being said, guys, and you'll probably hear a lot of this in a repeat, I'm sure, later, to answer MikeY's question, which is the initial reason, but here we are 9 minutes, 10 minutes in, whatever, is that maybe I'm going to become an NHL fan. Maybe I'm going to be a National Hockey League fan. Who knows? Maybe this will change to, I don't know, Boston Bruins or the Pittsburgh Penguins or something like that. I don't know, because apparently NHL is the only one who has any sense at the moment, and I could be wrong. As soon as I upload this video, they could do something ridiculous as well, that they're just staying out of it. Just play sports. Keep your mouth shut and just play your sport. If you want to spend every waking moment of your life off the court, off the field, off the ice, whatever, doing whatever you want to do. I don't care if you want to save babies in Canada or penguins in South Africa, or if you want to protect the wilderness of Mars, or whatever you want to do, whatever your cause is, knock yourself out. Enjoy. Spend every minute of your woke money doing whatever you want to do. I do not want to hear about it when I want to watch sports. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I can't go to my work and protest at my job to show everybody how woke I am. No, that doesn't work in the real world. You cannot do that. And if you do, you're going to get bounced. You can keep your own private life private and spend your money how you want. And I think you should. Well, that's our God-given right. But what is not okay is that having your views and beliefs shoved down other people's throats and just go out there and play. These are multimillionaire crybabies who aren't doing anything. Most of them. Some of them are. But anybody can hold a sign, anybody can put a knee down, anybody can put a fist in the air, anybody can do whatever. Anybody, but where is the actual action with that? And when you want to do that, do it on your own time. No one's telling you can't do it. Just do it on your own time. If anybody follows anybody in social media or whatever, we all know how you stand on certain issues. We all know it. So you going and doing it during the game just to try to like prove a point serves no point other than just turning people off like myself. Who's like, I don't have no interest in this anymore. I know my whopping few $100 a year ain't gonna matter to most everybody, and I understand that. But you know what I'm gonna do if that turns into hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of people would actually say enough's enough with their money, things would change. I guarantee you things would change. But because they know all of us Americans are just a bunch of sheep, and just as long as you keep feeding us what we want, we don't care what you try to feed us as long as we get what we want out of you, then we're just going to keep on being sheep led to the slaughter, and that's just the way it's going to be. And I refuse to be that person. I'm not going to be that person. I know I don't make a difference in anybody's life that's a famous sports player, and I completely understand that. But it's just my part to say I'm not tolerating it. You know? So all the people who are going to hate on me, I can handle it, hate away, that's fine. I never said you can't do what you want to do, be what you want to be. But when you come to work, it's time to work. That's what I'm talking about. So to answer your question, Mike, maybe hockey is what I'm most excited about. They got their stuff together. Sounds like they got a plan. They're ready to go. Sounds like they're trying to stay out of all this ridiculous as of right now. They're just trying to take care of business, which is getting players on the ice and maybe hopefully fans in the seats. I don't know why. I feel like that's such a simple prospect, but every major sporting team cannot do that. And we'll see. If nothing else, I won't be strictly going into my precious movie and DVD collecting, because at least those people, they can say whatever they want from their films or from their lofty hotels and apartments and houses in Hollywood, but their movies are somewhat entertaining unless they try to make a movie where they're trying to keep me woke. I can just avoid that movie. That's how it works. But unfortunately with sports, they're like shoving it down your throat every single time there's a game on TV, every time there's a video, anytime there's any kind of promotion of some activity, they're trying to, it has to do something to do with wokeness. I'm like, every single thing is about that. And the crazy thing is, we just keep taking it. We just keep taking it. We're just eating it. We just love eating it. Like those football players would just like, feed me more. That's how we are as Americans. We just like keep feeding us this. Like I said, the only thing that talks in this country is money. Money talks and everything else walks. If people would actually stop doing this and taking it back, things might change when it comes to sports. But until that happens, they're going to just keep on keeping on and shoving in political and social agendas right down your throat.